Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera, aka Hbar. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. But with that being said, yes, we are down about 15.87% on the global market cap for crypto. This is, of course, due to Bitcoin's volatile ride from about almost 46K to down to like around 43.8K currently. Of course, today is Friday. I'm watching the indices. They don't open until 9:30 a.m. I'm going to watch them today closely. I would advise all of you to as well. I know that you guys probably get tired of me saying that, but trust me, you guys could learn a lot by just watching the indices and seeing how the market shifts because of that. But overall, a lot of altcoins are bleeding today. Hedera hasn't bled too much. I mean, we're down like 1.34%. We have been battling 27 cents as major resistance, and now we're down here yet again. Trading volume up about 25.78%. Nothing too significant there, and it's just kind of sideways momentum, realistically speaking. Talked to you guys a little bit about some price action on Hbar, what to expect this year still from Hbar yesterday in yesterday's video. If you guys do want to watch that, you guys are more than welcome to. But for the most part, I'm not expecting any major price moves just yet. I think that we're going to range on a little bit, most likely over the weekend. I am watching a lot of things play out. I'm still expecting downside on Bitcoin. I don't think that it is limited at all. I'm still expecting somewhere between 37.5K to around like 40K to be tested. Of course, I reiterated this multiple times, and if, like I said, you guys want to stay around until this end of the video, I will talk to you guys more so about Hbar's price chart. But I do want to talk to you guys about some exciting things. So first off, we do see here LG Electronics has awarded NFT certificates to executives and employees who receive software expert training. The DLT platform Hedera Hashgraph was used for the NFT certificate. I love real-world applications of NFTs. Like, applying NFTs to real-world things like this is very, very exciting. And I'm actually happy, to say the least, to see something like this actually come to fruition, just because one, it solidifies, Hedera's standing point in terms of NFTs and how big they actually are going to be in terms of the commercial grade and enterprise grade area. Also, I just love the idea of NFTs being utilized properly. Don't get me wrong, I love the JPEGs. I think that a lot of NFT projects are actually doing it right. I've been studying a lot of them within the Hedera scene in terms of their utility and stuff like that. A lot of them are doing things very well. I have a lot of plans for my NFT projects as well. Going to be very exciting to watch those unfold, but in terms of NFTs alone, I just think that this is what we want to see from them. Real world applications just in general, right? And I'm going to be talking to you guys about some NFTs and their use cases here shortly, but first I do want to talk to you guys about some major connections to, of course, Microsoft. So we know that Microsoft has been a long time sort of breadcrumb sort of company with Hedera. Honestly surprised that Microsoft has not been announced as a GC member just yet. But we do see here, look at all these companies involved with, of course, MTech, CBDC Platform, Microsoft, IBM, MasterCard, Hedera, right? If these huge enterprises are building most critical CBDC applications on Hedera, imagine all the other use cases in the plans. Don't sleep on Hbar. And of course, we do see are partnered with industry leaders, MasterCard, Microsoft, GIC, Hedera Hashgraph, and IBM. And we also see, down here, also GIC is there next, right next to Hedera. And we do know that, government of Singapore is fairly large, as you guys are probably all aware. And this is exactly what we want to see. This is what, I've been telling you guys about. Make sure you know the companies that, Hedera is essentially in bed with, right? And Microsoft ties go back a long ways, not just to MTech, but so many more, connections have been made between Microsoft and Hedera. I think I made a video specifically on this and highlighting this, but we even see here, huge partnership between Wipro, Hedera, governing council member, and of course Microsoft to use tokenization and improve efficiencies. We have identified and implemented 10 automation solutions for operations such as token minting, hash loading, each of which, streamlines operations and improves consistency. And we don't know if this is Hedera. I'm just saying, I just think that it's funny with the connections here. Check out Xbox's big win with Y Pro enhanced App Store. Experience 45% more subscriptions, automated processes for greater efficiency, all through, of course, Y Pro with Microsoft. I just think it's funny. Like at this point, can we just get confirmation that Microsoft is a GC member at this point? Because I'm just tired of waiting. Honestly, even if they announce Microsoft tomorrow, I don't think that I would be excited. Like I would be like, finally, okay, finally, we've been waiting forever. I just think that Microsoft is going to be a GC member this year. I don't know. It's just what I believe. I mean, of course, you guys can speculate a little bit more than me, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, talking about real world applications of NFTs. Acoer. So Acoer is developing forward-looking software for healthcare. They are an award-winning technology firm and a leading developer of, practical, usable, real-time blockchain-enabled software. They're talking more so about APIs, blockchain-enabled, usability first, all types of technology within, of course, the healthcare scene. Talking about open APIs. This is exactly what I've been talking to you guys about for a very long time. There's some major names here, as you guys are probably all aware of some of these names. For example, Jim Nazer, who was working for the CDC. We even hear, Jim led a number of modernizations of CDC's public health systems through implementation of interoperable software, data as service, blockchain, and open, source software as well. The funny thing about Acoer is that we know that they're already working with Hedera. We know that from Hedera's standpoint, they are utilizing Hedera for, I want to say, the rights hash. So rights hash is a decentralized software engine providing an easy means using Hedera Hashgraph non-fungible tokens to represent and manage any digital asset and its rights and protections as well. Guys, rights hash is so incredible in terms of a use case for NFTs. This is what I want to see. Like I've said, real world applications like this matter, especially to the NFT scene, to give it a legitimate overall use case. Rights hash provides a globally unique way to digitally represent any asset using novel blockchain technology. It uses, Hedera Hashgraph NFTs to support high volume transactions, meet high utility use cases, provide low cost solutions, provide easily adoptable and resilient software, accomplished using open APIs and serverless technology, ensure privacy preserving solutions as well. And here's all those benefits for an individual. Individual owns and controls data, monitors flows of information as well. Asset unique digital representation of any underlying asset, independent tracking from any external organization as well. Multiple sources, computational trust. I mean, this is what we want to see. And also, it's easy to adopt, providing rich, relevant, interoperable, out-of-the-box, RESTful API-based software. This is almost like plug and play, if you will. Serverless, adaptation framework, and of course, technological characteristics, open API, serverless, real-time, blockchain, non-fungible tokens as well. This is what we want to see. This is real-world applications of course, NFTs. I do believe that Acoer is going to be a massive giant. They have a ton of products here. They have Hashlog, Hashload, and even Rights Hash, and they have so much more as well. I don't know if it's so much more, but they have a few other products as well, as you guys do see here. A lot of people thought that it was only going to be for the coronavirus tracker, like track and trace from Hedera, but there's also other major use cases here as well. And I'm very excited to see a lot of this come to fruition. I think that a lot of this is really going to disrupt many industries, but specifically, we know that Acoer has some very high tier partnerships here on our media. Of course, they also have other partnerships, for an example, as you guys do see here. I'm very excited for Acoer as a company, but also I'm excited to see this kind of blossom in the healthcare scene. I know, my girlfriend's in the healthcare scene, so I think that a lot of this could actually be utilized properly, especially at scale. I think that it could provide a lot of, streamlined processes, especially through NFTs. I think that this is going to streamline a lot of things, and I think it's going to help a lot of industries as well. And of course, we do see here 2022 green crypto will reign supreme like Dovu and even Hbar. Probably nothing Google Ads, carbon emissions to Google Flights, and Google Maps. I think that this is also very interesting to say the least. You can see the carbon emissions of the flight. You can see Google Flights shows estimated carbon emissions in the search results. We also see, check carbon emissions on Google Flights. And of course, even carbon emissions when driving. I think that this is awesome. I think that this is something that's very interesting as well. I think that green crypto definitely will reign supreme in 2022. I think that 2022 is the year that, sustainability in terms of crypto and just technology alone is really going to start to, take one big massive leap. And I think that, when we are talking about Hedera, I think that the adoption for Hedera, since it is carbon negative, is going to be extremely massive. And we even see here the demise of blockchains. This is 22 hours ago. We see here with blockchain, struggling to scale, developers now have an open source alternative, Hashgraph. Hashgraphs will supersede blockchains as they can scale without compromising security or decentralization. Hedera's first mover advantage will place it at the epicenter of course, metaverses and the Web3 revolution. And I definitely do think that when we are talking about this, so there's a ton of stuff to really kind of read within this article. I think that you guys should all go check it out. I will drop a link down in the description below for those that do want to read this. I think it's an incredible article, very in-depth and detailed. It is written by, I guess, Hbar News. I thought that the writer would have been labeled here, or Twitter here. So NG Tenor. I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. Go check them out on Twitter. But overall, I think that this is incredible. I think that when we are talking about everything within Hedera, I think that this article really kind of sums up everything that we are waiting to see happen. I definitely do think that when we are talking about blockchains, I don't think that blockchains are going to die. I just think that a lot of their market value, and I think that a lot of their market dominance will, of course, be flowing into major assets like Hedera. I think that Hedera is a clear-cut and dry winner. I've always said this when we are talking about Hedera's potential and power. I think that it is, there's nothing like it in this space right now. I know that a lot of people bring up DAG, a lot of people bring up other assets as well. Guys, what Hedera has been doing and where they are positioning themselves is like no other asset. And I'm very excited, to say the least, for the future of Hedera. And also in terms of the price chart. So let's dive in. This is going to be me wrapping up the video. For those that don't like, technical analysis or price charts in general, you guys are more than welcome to go leave. But again, guys, this is what I'm waiting for. I am awaiting for us to break out of this channel that we're in. Of course, we're kind of coming down and testing the top of this, candle, which of course is support going back here to, I want to say this is around September. So yeah, August, September, if you will. This is before we went to the all-time high. I do believe that we will see a major breakout event. We have to await Bitcoin, of course. I think that this is going to happen around, the February timeframe, most likely within March as well. We could flow into, March for a lot of price action movement. But I do believe that this is similar to XRP in 2017 and 2018. I think that we have this nice all-time high set, and now we're just kind of ranging on for days at a time. I remember when I was counting the days down before we went to the all-time high. We were actually going off of the previous all-time high, and I said, wow, it's been a very long time, and I wasn't going off of the actual specific candle of the all-time high. I was actually going off of the candle next to it, but we can go off of this candle as well. But it was days and days and days before we officially broke out. I mean, overall, it was about 182 days. And we're at 148 currently, and I'm not saying that we're going to have to wait 182 days, but I'm just saying for us to go back to an all-time high, we're actually right in range with this. I think that we have been consolidating for quite some time, and I think that the next major price move is nearing every single day. I think by the end of this month, this entire market's going to be extremely different. Of course, yes, I'm still awaiting Bitcoin's demise in terms of some price action, but it's not going to be too bad of a drop. If anything, we will test these lows down here, maybe even have a slight candle wick down here, if you will, for one last major buy opportunity. And I know that a lot of people are probably going to say, you said one last major buy opportunity many times. Trust me, guys, this market will test these lows. These lows will be tested, and you will be able to load up multiple times before, of course, the next major price move. And of course, I do have the fib levels on the board here, as you guys do see, like $1.95, and of course $3.23 being the top tier fib extension. Don't worry, I don't measure things in just fib extensions. We can go higher than $3.23. I've said this multiple times. I'm just very excited for the next major price action move here. I do believe that we are sitting in a range similar to, of course, XRP. I just broke this down in yesterday's video as well. And I'm just very excited for things to come to fruition. I'm excited for all the announcements that we have been seeing. I'm very excited for, of course, more GC members. I'm excited for more announcements, more partnerships, and of course, those projects that are going to be announced in April. I'm just saying, if we range on until April, so here you have April, it's 197 days. I'm just saying, if we do range on until April and we see massive price movements throughout this entire timeline, that's going to be exciting. It's going to be very, very exciting. And I think that when we are talking about April, I think that that is almost the perfect timeline. I know a lot of people were concerned about April. Trust me, I'm not. So yeah, I hope that kind of clarifies a lot of stuff, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are, and just with Nick, peace out, guys. I don't know why I said it like that, but I hope that you all have a beautiful day or night. Doesn't matter.